Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is a live recording of a 50-minute full body flow. So find some space to move and let's get started. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. We're going to get started in child's pose. I'm not going to use any props today, but feel free to have what you like close by. And as we make our way to child's pose, you can bring your knees out nice and wide and leaning forwards, but maybe just pushing into your hands a little bit. And then if you want, you can tuck your left arm underneath your chest and try to lay down on your arm as you let your head get a little heavier. Maybe feeling that left shoulder. Closing your eyes and just take a few breaths. Maybe you can soften through your hips as well. And just slowing things down. Just feel the next breath that you take. Maybe you can hear it. And if you did tuck your arm underneath you, and lift up a little bit and take it out. And just switching to the other side. So maybe the right arm will tuck right under the chest. You can try to lay down. Feeling your shoulder. Maybe your back. Just taking a few breaths here. If you've got your arm under your chest, you can lift up a little bit, take it out, reaching both of your arms forwards and in front, but maybe pushing into the hands a little bit more. Try to send your hips back towards your heels. You can slowly lower straight down, and maybe just rest the forehead again. Soften your shoulder. Notice your belly moving too with your breath. Let it expand as you inhale. Let it soften as you exhale. And take just one more full breath. Fill up with air and then let it all go. You can use an inhale to start to lift. Lift your forehead and your chest. Make your way all the way to tabletop. Scoot your knees in. Spread your fingers out wide. Maybe give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side too. And then we're going to tuck our toes under and lift our knees all the way to downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet a few times if you want. Push into your hands a little bit more. Can you let your hips be the highest part of you here? Taking a slow and deep breath in. and letting it go. And then let's use an inhale to gaze forwards. And as you exhale, walk all the way up to the top of your mat. Taking an inhale for a half lift once you get there. And as you exhale, we're going to fold and pause in our forward fold. If you want to widen your feet, you can. You can bend the knees. Maybe you'll hold on to your elbows. You might even sway, feeling the length through your legs. But letting your head be nice and heavy. You might tuck your chin in towards your collarbone a bit. Trying to open up through the low back. If you're holding on to your elbows right now, you might let your hands fall back down towards the ground. But we're going to roll up to standing one vertebrae at a time. Lead with your low back. Let your arms dangle. Your chin stay tucked the whole way up. Come all the way to standing. And once you're there, just roll the shoulders back and down. Take an inhale to reach up. And as you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up to standing again. Reach on up. Exhale as you lower your arms to your sides. Take another shoulder roll. And as you inhale, reach on up. Exhale to fold down. Inhaling into a half lift. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up. And as you exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Let's bend our knees a little bit, sending the hips back a touch. Your arms can float forwards in front of you, a little chair pose. Maybe your palms are facing down. Maybe you're spreading your fingers wide. Just allow your shoulders to fall from your ears. Just bend your knees as much as you want to. And then as you inhale, straighten the legs, let your arms fall to your sides, take a shoulder roll. Take another inhale to reach all the way up. And as you exhale, fold down. Inhale into a nice half lift. And as you exhale, folding forwards. Take another inhale to come all the way up to standing. And as you exhale, come back into your chair. A little bend through the knees. Maybe your arms are reaching forwards. Maybe your thumbs are lightly touching. Bend the knees as much as you'd like. Relax your forehead, your jaw. Stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, can we just tip forwards, fold all the way down. Inhale into a half lift. And exhale to fold again. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach on up. And exhale, lower your arms to your sides. Take a shoulder roll. And then this time we're going to keep our legs straight. But you might try to lift your toes. And then you might drop your toes and try to lift your heels. And if your heels are lifted, bring them down. And take an inhale to reach up again. And as you exhale, fold all the way. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, we're going to fold. Plant our hands. Your left foot's going to come back. Let's drop our heel down and then lift up into a warrior one. So once you're standing, you can move your feet around. Just look forwards, chest and belly button forwards. And then you can bend the front knee a bit, but push into the back foot. Reaching up, maybe looking up. Pressing both of your feet into the ground. We're going to stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lean forwards. Bring your hands all the way down to the ground. Your back heel can lift. You can lower your knee if you want, but we're in a lunge. So find your way to a lunge where both of your hands can stay on the ground or just the left one. Taking an inhale to turn and twist to the right. Maybe you're reaching up. Maybe you are looking up. Just hug your knee in towards your chest. Press your feet into the ground still. Staying for an inhale. And as you exhale, you can come on out of the twist back to your lunge. Let an inhale bring your gaze forwards. And as you exhale, our back foot is going to come to the top of the mat. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, folding forwards to plant your hands and step your right foot back. Drop your heel and then start to lift on up and adjust your feet as much as you need. They can be nice and close together. Or maybe you're taking up most of your mat, but just look forwards. Belly button and chest forwards, pushing into your feet. You can start to reach up once you're happy with where your feet are. Maybe you're looking up too, but just a moment to breathe in your warrior one. Pressing your feet down and reaching your arms up. And staying for another breath here. And another inhale for sure. And as you exhale, you can start to lean forwards. Bring your hands down. Let the back heel lift. You can lower your knee if you want. Just set up a lunge. Feel free to skip the twist or plant your right hand and inhale as you open it up to the left. Maybe reaching up, maybe looking up. You could also have your hand on your knee. Awesome work, you guys. Stay for an inhale if you're twisting. And as you exhale, you can start to come back down, plant your hands. Take another inhale as you gaze forwards and exhale to bring your back foot up all the way to the top of your mat. Inhaling into a half lift once you get there. And exhale to fold forwards. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach all the way up. And exhale, lower your arms to your sides. All right, we're going to stay standing here, doing a little bit of balance. So if you do want to hold on to something, you can move. But we'll stand on our right foot first. Our left foot's going to be coming back behind us. Now you could float the foot. We could reach for the foot and try to hug the heel towards the glute. So a little quad stretch from standing. So your right hand could be holding something or your hip. Just a little hug of the foot, the heel towards the glute. So let's bring our left foot down, maybe a little shake of the legs, and then we'll just switch if you want to turn around, flip around. Maybe you don't want to reach for your foot, you just want to lift it, balance. Maybe you're going to grab onto the foot. Feel the quad stretch. Just find your breath. Awesome work, you guys. Letting your right foot come down to the ground again. So shake out the legs. We're going to switch sides. So same thing. You don't have to hold the foot. You can hold the foot. Maybe you even try to hold your foot with both hands or your opposite hand. Just another breath on this side. And then you can let your foot go. You can shake out the legs and switch just one more time here. Float the foot, hold the foot, maybe trying to hold on with both hands or the opposite hands, or doing the same thing. Awesome work, you guys. Take another breath. And then let your foot come down. Give your legs a nice little shake. You can find the top of your mat if you did move to the side there. But just roll your shoulders back and down. And then as you inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. And as you exhale, we're going to fold, plant our hands again. Our left foot's going to come back. Drop your heel. And then we're going to lift up and turn to face the left side. We'll actually have both of our legs straight this time. So you can adjust your feet so you feel balanced, but you're looking to the left side. You can reach your arms out, one in front, one behind, a little straight, a little strong through the legs, pressing into the feet. You can start to tip forwards a little bit or reach forwards a little bit, and then maybe tipping down. Your fingertips might land on your shin, maybe reaching up with your left hand, but just keeping the chest, the belly button facing the left side. Trikonasana. Still pressing into the feet and reaching up with your top hand. Awesome, you guys. Really pushing into your feet. Use an inhale to lift your upper body all the way up. Now we're just going to pivot our feet to switch sides. You might be facing the wrong way now. But just a little pivot of the feet. And now your chest and your belly button may be facing the right side or the same side, but maybe you're looking behind you now. Add your arms, press into the feet, and then reach forwards a little bit and tip down. Opening up, reaching up, pressing your feet into the ground. Nicely done, you guys. Get ready to lift your upper body. Push your feet down and use an inhale to lift up. Now we're just going to pivot our feet. So we're all facing the side and our toes are pointing forwards, maybe even in slightly, but our legs are straight-ish. Your hands can find your hips. You can take an inhale. And maybe as you exhale, you will lean forwards. You can bend the knees. You can keep the legs pretty straight. Your hands might end up on the ground. But feeling the length through your legs. And just one more breath in this forward fold. You can use an inhale and pushing into your feet to lift all the way back up. And we're just pivoting the feet a little bit so that the heels are a little closer in and the toes are pointing out. And then you can start to bend your knees. So a really wide squat. You can have your feet, your knees as wide as you want them to be, but maybe you didn't move that much. Your arms, you might reach them out, you might reach them in front. Let your palms face down, your thumbs might be touching. Spread your fingers nice and wide and just bend your knees as much as they want to bend. Keeping those knees nice and wide, feeling your legs working. I know. But let your shoulders fall away from your ears. I'm only doing this once. Press your feet into the ground, but maybe bend your knees just a little bit more. And then using an inhale, you can straighten your legs. We are going to end up at the top of our mat. So maybe you're pivoting, turning, stepping. Find your way to whatever the top of your mat is. And roll your shoulders back and down. Take an inhale as you reach all the way up, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift, and as you exhale, fold. We're going to plant our hands, take both of your feet back, downward facing dog, and really pushing into your hands. Slow and deep breath in and out. Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to bend our knees, come all the way down to tabletop. So once your knees are down, start to bring your shoulders forwards towards your fingertips and bend your elbows. Hug them into your sides as you lower your chest, and then slide onto your belly. Come down onto your belly as gracefully as you can. We're going to move our hands out a little wider. So 10 and 2 maybe on your clock. You could be flat on your palms or lift it up onto your fingertips. But get ready to lift your chest up a little bit. So start to lift. Take an inhale. Squeeze your back, squeeze your glutes. You can lift your chest as much as you want. The elbows might stay bent. They might straighten. Squeeze your back, squeeze your glutes, stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, let your chest slowly lower and inhale as you pop right back up. And if your hands are too far away, or you're not quite happy with where they are, just move them so that you can press into them. Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, slowly, slowly lower. One more time to lift. Take an inhale, squeeze the back, the glutes, lift the chest. Staying for an inhale, and as you exhale, lower down. Now you can stack your palms this time. Relax completely, maybe even giving your hips a bit of a sway side to side. So our left foot is going to start to lift. And you can just squeeze the leg a little bit to keep your foot floated. You could reach for it with your left hand. Maybe left foot, left hand. You can keep your upper body completely relaxed on the ground, or you can lift your chest up a little bit, just a little bit, by squeezing your back, squeezing the glutes a little, and maybe pushing your foot into your hand. Just a little lift of the chest. You might feel your quad. If you're pressing your foot into your hand, your quad working, or you might be feeling a quad stretch. But if you've got your chest lifted right now, take another inhale. And as you exhale, relax. And also let go of your left foot. Send that leg long. Stack the palms, maybe sway your hips. Your right foot can start to lift up. And you don't have to reach for it. You can, though. And you can relax your upper body. Enjoy the quad stretch. Or maybe lift up a little bit, just a little bit. Feel the back turn on, a little squeeze of the glutes. Maybe trying to push your foot into your hands. You've got your chest lifted. Take another inhale. Let the exhale relax your upper body down again. And if you're holding onto your foot, you can let it go. Both legs long behind you, stacking the palms and maybe swaying your hips side to side too. So I want you just to scoot your legs together. Let them come as close together as they want to be. We're going to keep our upper body down. So we're going to try to keep the forehead down, the chest. We're going to start to lift our left foot, and I want you to keep that leg as long as it can be. The toes might lift, the knee, maybe even the quad. But pretend there's a string around your big toe, pulling back to keep your leg as long as it can be. And it might lift, it might not. Just squeeze your back, squeeze your glutes a little bit, see what happens. And then slowly lowering your foot. And the right side. Just try to get longer through the leg. Feel that imaginary pull of the string around your toe. And maybe the foot will lift the knee, maybe the quad. Or maybe nothing at all, but can you keep your chest down, your forehead down? And just squeeze a little bit. And then let it come down. And one more time, the left leg. It's not about how high it goes. Just keep it as long, as straight as it can be. Take another inhale. Let the exhale lower the left leg. And just switch to the right last time. How's that string around your toe? Feel that pull. And then letting the right leg fall down. And move your feet wider, like mat width apart. So your legs are nice and wide. You might give your hips a gentle sway side to side. And then we're going to lift up onto our forearms. So you can lift your chest, but tuck your elbows underneath your shoulders. You can turn your palms to face down. Let's do that too. And we've got our feet, actually mine are wider than my mat right now. You could bring your feet as wide as feels comfortable, but a little squeeze of the glutes. Try to lift your belly button up in your sphinx, and you might be trying to get nice and long through your legs too. We're just going to leave our feet on the ground, but you might actively be pointing your toes. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And take just another inhale. As you exhale, we're going to let everything come down again. Well, the chest for sure, your forehead. You can stack your palms, maybe give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side. Now we're going to be sliding the legs or moving our legs back in together. So just a little squeeze together. Okay, you can leave your right leg where it is. Then we're going to move our left knee out to the side. So a half frog leg, or once you've got your knee out to the side, maybe you slide just your foot or your big toe back towards your inner thigh. So kind of like tree, but our knees out to the side, and instead of having our foot out to the side, you could do that, but maybe a little point of the toe so that your big toe gets a little closer to your inner thigh. Now you can stay on your belly, or we might roll over onto our right side. So you can end up with your head resting in your hands. If you can tip your legs up, you might end up in your tree on your side. Maybe your left leg has gone on its own journey. You can start to bring your foot towards the inside of the leg if it wants to go. But maybe pointing the toes so you're nice and light. if your big toe is touching your leg somewhere. Maybe you can try to balance a little bit on that right side or use your left hand to support you. But the challenge is coming back over onto our bellies with control. So maybe using that left hand, you might reach it kind of away from you a little bit and slowly, slowly tip your legs. Control. You're going to end up back on your belly, stacking the palms, and then sliding that left leg all the way back in so that it's next to your right leg. And we're just going to switch to the right knee coming out to the side. And you've got your options, so your knee can come out, your foot can stay out, or you can just try to point those toes a little bit and see if they want to connect with your left leg. They might not get all the way there. And then if you want to stay on your belly, you can. But if you want to use control and tip yourself over onto the left, maybe moving your top leg a little bit once you get onto your left side. Maybe you're trying to actively point the toes though, just to touch one toe or a few to your leg. Maybe a bit of balancing, maybe not so much. And then can use a lot of control to come back over and onto your belly. Can you stay in that position, that shape you're making with your legs as you tip slowly and lay back down? Stack the palms, and then you can slide your right leg all the way in too. So both of your legs are long behind you. You can widen them a little bit, however you want. Give your hips a little sway side to side. And then we're going to be rolling all the way over and onto our backs. So you can start to make your way over. If you need to flip around, you can flip around. But I want you to be laying down flat on your back. Now we can start with both of our knees bent and our feet planted. And maybe taking a sway through the knees. Just massaging your low back. We're going to be hugging our right knee into the chest. You can keep your left leg bent or you can straighten it. If you're going to straighten it, maybe you can point the toes away from you a little bit. Just get nice and long through that left leg. And why don't you go ahead and point your right toes too? Let's just point all of our toes. So you can leave your head and your shoulders on the ground, or you can lift them up. Bring your chest towards your knee. You might float your left foot if it wants to float. You might be pointing the toes away. Pulling your belly button in. Hugging your knee towards your chest. Just a moment to breathe here. So if you've got your leg lifted, maybe your head and your shoulders, take another inhale. And as you exhale, let everything that's lifted come all the way down. And you can either plant both of your feet on the ground, or maybe you're going to hug both knees to your chest. Take a sway side to side. But we'll be keeping our left knee, and the right leg can go. You can plant your right foot and keep it there, or you can send it long. And maybe you're going to start to point your toes, both of the feet. And feel free to keep your head and your shoulders down. But if you want to lift, you can lift. Squeeze the belly button in. Point those toes. If the right foot wants to float, it can. Belly button back to the spine. Just hugging your left knee to your chest. Taking another inhale. If you've got some areas of your body lifted, let the exhale bring them on down. And you can either plant your feet again or hug both knees to your chest. Maybe a rock or a sway side to side. But if you've got your feet lifted, if you're hugging your knees, let them go. Plant your feet on the ground again. Your feet can be about hip-width apart, same with your knees. Your arms can come to your sides. Let your palms face down too. As you inhale, start to lift your hips up. Maybe a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Can you pull your belly button back towards your spine and squeeze your glutes? Your bridge pose. Just a moment to stay. Squeeze your legs a little bit. And also breathe. One more inhale. And your exhale can bring your hips all the way back down. Press your low back into the ground. Maybe sway your knees side to side a few times. And with your feet planted, just heel toe them out wider, maybe to the edges of your mats. Let your knees widen too. You can sway the legs side to side though. Maybe hovering your knees over towards the left, leaving the feet wide. And the knees too, and just let the legs tip over as much as they want. If you've got your legs hovering over to that left side, you can lift them. And maybe just sway side to side a few times before you let them stay over to the right. Just let them go as far as they want to go. Take a few breaths there. Have your legs to the right. Let them come back up. Maybe a few more sways side to side. Just loosen up through your hips. You can heel toe the feet back closer together, maybe all the way together. And either let both of the knees fall out wide, or if you would rather hug your knees to your chest, you could do that too. But maybe you're making a diamond shape with the legs, just opening up through the hips a little bit more. You do still have your feet lifted. Just bring them back down to the ground. And if you've got your legs in a diamond shape, maybe one leg at a time, you can start to send them out long, out nice and wide too. And if you can just encourage the outside edges of your feet a little closer to the ground, like you want to point your toes out to the sides. And then maybe you can lift your toes up and try to point them towards one another. Just feel that turn through the hips. And just one more time, let the feet fall out. And then maybe toes back in. And then if you relax your feet, your legs completely, let your feet just flop to where they want to be. You can place your arms somewhere comfy as well. Make any adjustments that you need so that you can lay here. So that you can settle into Shavasana. Just a few moments to be still. can slowly start to move. Maybe you want to wiggle your toes. Maybe even point them away from you. But if your arms end up above your head, take a nice big stretch. You can bend your knees one leg at a time. And roll over to one side. Finding your way up to a comfy seat when you're ready. You can bring your hands together if you'd like. Awesome practice, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy your day, and we will see you guys very soon. Namaste.